know, and I'm so excited about today because I'm a true believer that beauty, it's not only inside, it's also outside, and it's not only outside, but it's also inside. And today I have a very special ladies, and hi to everyone who is watching us live right now on Instagram, and hi dear friends, whoever is watching us live to Facebook as well. I'm very grateful because I have today with me 4 beauty queens, amazing and special ladies with huge hearts who are really huge supporters of rescue organization and of different platforms. So without further ado, I mean, I want first to welcome Leslie. We have Leslie, you know, who I had the opportunity to meet in person, and just let me just show you here, friends. Okay, so we have Leslie, we have also Susan, Paola, and Sabrina. But thank you so much, Leslie, for being with us today. Hi.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on Queen Day. And you know, since I'm with all these beautiful queens here, I forgot I hadn't put on my tiara.
Oh,
wow.
Leslie, yes.
You know, nobody's quite complete without their tiara.
That's good.
I do agree with you. Well, I don't have one. So you, all of you, you're the bling bling ladies with a lot of, you know, with honor. You earned that. And, you know, it's interesting because our community, we know you as Puccini Mom, we know you as a huge supporter, you know, you go to so many wonderful events and always help everyone. You help people to know how to model on the runway with all of your experience. And the truth is that I didn't really know much about you and about your, I would say, like, background of all these, you know, beautiful crown and sashes you won in your career. So really incredible.
Well, I have to thank my grandmother for that. When I was 3, she put me into tap dancing classes, and I laid in her lap and I cried. And I have to thank the teacher. He picked me up and he started tap dancing and holding me. And I liked the sounds he was making with his feet. And I got down and I held his little hand and we tap danced together. And then from there, I went into the Queen of the Tiny Tots. And that was a fun experience. And then from there, let's see, I went on to Miss Texas Teen. Wow. And that was a great experience. Women from all over the world. We had our national pageant in Louisiana. And then from there went on to Miss Texas.
Wow.
And that was when I was in college. And from college, then I moved to New York City. I'm from Texas originally. And in New York, I went on to dance with the Rockettes at Radio City. And I ran the Miss Hawaiian Tropic pageants for New York State for 10 years. Wow. So I worked with many beautiful women over my lifetime, and I started coaching as well. I was judging dance competitions all over America, and I also started coaching pageant girls because I had had so many that had come and asked me questions about interviewing and the different types of pageant walks, which you don't really think about, but when you're in active wear, you know, you have a whole different walk than you do when you're in your evening gown.
Very interesting. And, you know, all of you know this, but like I'm new to this world, and I'm sure that a lot of people feel the same way like me. It's just like, we don't know much. I mean, we admire each of you when you walk on the runway, but I always kind of have this desire behind the scenes that sometimes it's not too easy. I mean, sometimes it's cold, for example, or warm, and then you have like, you're either too hot or too cold, and then at the end of the day, of course, it's all worth it. But,
yes.
You know, it's not easy.
I have found that most of the girls, you know, they're so beautiful inside and out. but when we're walking on the runway, I think the most challenging part is just turning around.
Oh, very
Yeah.
interesting.
You know, you wouldn't think that.
Mm-hmm.
I see you shaking your head on that, Susan.
Yeah, it definitely was hard
Yes.
turning
So-
around.
Right. I have a few techniques that I give my girls for that. And, you know, interviews are so important. So we work a lot on that. And I work on the girls' makeup and their gowns for their particular body type. And it's a lot that goes into all of this behind the scenes that people don't realize.
Wow, so interesting. And I'm so grateful for you to, kind of allowing us like a sneak peek to actually to appreciate more, because a lot of people, I mean, as a photographer, I have seen kind of a little bit, so I know, but a lot of people, they don't know. And I didn't know that that's the hardest part,
Yeah.
to kind of turn around. Wow. Wow, that's so
I
interesting.
kind of work with the girl, you know, I have her walk for me initially, and then I assess her. And then I know whether she's a right turner or a left turner. And, you know, we work with a crossover or a rotation, different types of techniques, just to make her feel comfortable
Wow.
and look her best.
This is beyond interesting. And of course, I will make sure, friends, all the information will be below in the description. It doesn't matter if you're watching this or listening this. So in case if you'd like to connect, with Leslie, or, if you need some help, and we also have amazing beauty queens today, but, this is thank you very much for giving us this insight. I already feel, one step ahead in the game. It's one step. Thank you so much for sharing with us. This is very, to me, it's very interesting, because it's so different. It's and I think that just a lot of people, they think, oh, it's easy. You're on a high heels and you walk.
Right. It's not easy. It's a whole different ball game. And recently I was also working at the New York Fashion Week shows.
Yes.
And, you know, I had to work with the models who also were holding a dog, because I was working with a designer who designed for athletic wear and for pet wear. So I was trying to teach the models how to hold a dog, show the garment, and show their own garment. It was a lot for them to think about.
Wow. Wow. And I can imagine. And I actually remember seeing one of these videos. And I was really impressed on the skills, you have to be able to teach these people. And some people, they don't realize, I mean, first of all, you have to handle, probably in the high heels, most likely, then you probably have a kind of makeup. Maybe there are a lot of lights, which we know sometimes can get a little hot. On top of it, you may be holding a fur baby.
Yes.
And they keep moving, there are a lot of excitement. Combine all of this together. And,
and smile.
Smile.
And smile, yes.
You're right about this part with the smile. Yeah, it can be a lot. And then that's why you go to the pros and, and you get inspired by you ladies. So at least, if it's something for you, or maybe it's not for you. But I think that it's important to maybe, and you can say that, I mean, like we know we have today, like two ladies, in the petite category, which is, so you can be different age, and, you personally were the teen, and then, you went in the next category. So you can be different age group and still be able to enter this world. Really incredible.
Yes.
And if I can add also with Leslie, is that it's true when you have a dog, it's different than when you don't have a dog. Also because I was used to have the runway with the dog, but then I said the arms without the dog, where I put the arms.
Yes.
That was the opposite, because with the dog, at least you have the arms in a certain way, but without the dogs, you cannot have the arms go like a marionette.
Yes.
So it's a
Yeah.
totally different thing with the dogs and without the dogs, and also with the heels and with sneakers. As
That's
Leslie
right.
was saying.
Yes.
So
Wow.
it's a different
Yes,
scenario.
your weight changes completely when you're on a stiletto compared to when you're on a flat sneaker. So
Mm.
yes, you don't want to walk like a truck driver when you're in your sneakers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, but you're right. Wow. Well, thank you very much. This is like so interesting and really educational.
And the
And I really,
interview is always like more than the 35%.
Yes, all my girls always get very, very nervous prior to that. But if we do enough prep work, you should be at ease going in and just think of the judges as sitting there naked, you know? We're all the same when you take off all the clothes, right?
Yeah.
yeah, very interesting. And it's so funny because I remember when I was seventh grade and I was applying for high school, where they told me, they said, listen, one of the, the judges at that time, the teacher, he doesn't like purple. So
No,
whatever
no.
you do, you make sure you don't use purple in your graphic designs. I'm like, great, no purple, no purple. So, I mean, there are a lot of things like, each of you, and that's what makes it so helpful. But thank you so much for those insights. I'm sure that, whoever is watching, or listening this, they already feel inspired. This is really, really great. And can you tell Leslie where people can find you?
Yes, on Facebook, you can find me under Leslie Riddle, Riddle, just like a joke. And on Instagram, I'm Legsley, which was my nickname because I was dancing all the time. And that's all spelled lowercase Leg as in girl, Z as in zebra, LIE dot Puccini, Puccini, which is my own little pageant boy who's sleeping
We
away
love
back here.
we love Puccini, and of course, friends, I will make sure that all of Leslie's information will be below in the description. So if you'd like, you can reach out to her. So you can help people pretty much, from how to walk, what makeup, and etc., and all of these amazing things, right? If they
Yes,
need help.
absolutely.
Well, and I also want to take a minute and just to thank you so much for everything what you do for our community, because you, like, every single time when we need something, Leslie and Mr. Puccini, it's always there for us. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. You're an inspiration to all of us. Awesome.
Thank you so much, Bessie.
Thank you very much. And now, Susan.
Yes.
Okay, so Susan, can you tell a little more, to people about you and your journey on the runway, and like you receiving your crown?
Okay, basically, I'm very new to pageantry. I'm 61. I've never done pageantry before. I've just recently, well, actually in October of last year, I had a very bad year the year before, and I was feeling really down. So one day I just happened to see an opportunity for qualifying for in the Florida Petite contest. So I entered and I actually won Miss St. Augustine, Florida. So like I was like so surprised, and then went to the pageant in January. I didn't come out, but I had a fabulous time. So I was able to promote my platform there, and it's something that I'm still working on. I'm actually a nurse. I've been a nurse for almost 40 years. I've done every type of nursing there possibly is. Right now I work in a progressive care, which is like a step down intensive care unit. And my platform for the Miss Petite contest focused on advocating for the elderly. So my platform is over the years, I've watched so many elderly people just die alone with no one there, no family. Just as a matter of fact, 2 months ago, there was a lady that was in the hospital. She was there for like several weeks and not one person came to see her. No family, no one. And I see this a lot. So what I'm working on and what my platform is about is creating a registry of people, volunteers, that will be able to step up to the plate and answer calls to come to be with these people, sit with them, hold their hand, talk to them, you know, so that they don't have to die alone. Because it's just so sad. It's like, you know, you get to be 80, 90 years old, 100 years old. I've seen them. They're there by themselves. They have absolutely no one. And you think, gosh, hasn't someone in all these years cared for this person enough to be here for them? And there's no one. So anyway, so hopefully the registry that I'm able to create, hopefully that'll bring some volunteers to be able to so that we can contact them and be able to have someone there for them.
So special. And I want to thank you for everything what you do. And my question about, is it like, are you looking for people physically who live like in your area, St. Augustine? By the way, I love St. Augustine. It's one of my favorite cities. I love going there. Or do you need also people virtually? So, because as we know, we have friends from all around the world. So, you know, if anyone might be interested in certain ways to participate and, you know, and believe, I think it's very incredible what both of you, you know, you guys do. Like what exactly like would be helpful?
Well, since I'm just basically, it's pretty new to me, I basically wanted to start with just locally, some of the surrounding hospitals. In this area, we have a lot of hospitals. We have like six, seven hospitals. I'm sure that's not a lot compared to Miami, but we have about 7 hospitals that are very close. So if I could create the registry for the local hospitals, and then as that progresses, I would like to take that into a national level. Yes. So that more people can, because this, I'm sure this happens everywhere.
It does. And it does. And I can tell you, even when I photograph a little older people, by the way, I'm very proud. 2 years ago, I photographed 100 years old man and woman.
Oh, that's great.
How nice.
That's
beautiful.
I know.
Nice.
It was, the lady was in April. And, you know, and I did photograph her before. And then the gentleman, his granddaughter was getting married. I typically don't do weddings, but I'm the family photographer. So we went to actually to assisting living. And this is how, you know, we were able to, you know, we took the picture outside. And
that's nice.
So more people like that, nice. You know.
Yeah. I love old people. They're so interesting. Yeah.
They are very interesting.
Yes, they are. They are.
Their wisdom.
Exactly. Their wisdom, but also sometimes they need a reminder. Like I just talked to one of my clients. I went to drop off her pictures and she, you know, she was a little down. And I said, listen, the fact that you woke up today, it's a win. And it's a reason to celebrate.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm like, exactly. That's the right attitude. You know, body may hurt. You may feel uncomfortable. It's not easy, but it's worth it.
Your insides are a good pageant queen because you're the type of woman that would go up to a girl and you would straighten her crown for her. Not all women do that for each other, but that's important to lift each other's spirits and straighten each other's crowns.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's fabulous, Susan. Great work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for what you do, Susan. And can you tell, please, people where they can find you? So in case if again, because I'm sure we have friends from St. Augustine area. And then, can you please tell where people can find you?
Sure. Well, I'm basically on Facebook, and I met Susan. My last name is Flowers, like as in the garden. So Susan Flowers.
I love it.
On Facebook.
I love your name. That's
Thank
great.
you so much.
Yeah, and I just have a question. When you like, since you got your crown, how do you feel?
It makes me feel really good because it's just such a blessing to be able to have some type of recognition, and just to be able to be recognized and to be validated for the things that you do. And sometimes I wish I could wear a crown at work, because I feel like I deserve a crown sometimes at work. But so at least I get it and walk the runway. Yeah.
You know,
And I'm gonna do it.
Marcy,
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, Susan, you know what? You're absolutely right about how it makes you feel, because it's not just a crown, and it's not just made of rhinestones or Swarovski crystals. It's made of discipline. It's made of determination. And it's, that's what that crown is made of.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Wow, it's the symbol of wearing the crown and the responsibilities.
That's right.
What it is.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, each of us, we need to remember that we have a purpose in this life, and being able to help others, it's very powerful, and especially nowadays very needed. And that's
Right.
what each of you, you do. It's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you. And now I want to also,
And if I can add something before
Yes,
we go away
please.
from the theme of the senior,
Yeah.
and always we're talking about dogs. And I would like also to accentuate the importance of therapy dogs for senior community.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So as Susan was saying, in the hospital and in homes of senior homes, it's so nice that there is the opportunity of volunteering that can go with the therapy dog, so they can put a smile on the face of the elderly. So that is another thing that can unite the community of the dog lovers and seniors lover, and it's something that I really, really have in my heart, because I took care of my mom with Alzheimer for 10 years at home.
Wow.
And the doggies was always making a smile on her face.
Yeah.
So it's such a nice, and Susan knows because she works there. So
Yeah.
it's another thing in our community that ties up.
No,
That
thank you.
really does.
Yeah. Therapy dogs are amazing.
They are amazing.
They're very comforting.
Every Friday, Puccini and I went to an Alzheimer facility. So yes, it just made people so happy. Some of the families would say, Leslie, my brother doesn't even remember me, but they remember you or Puccini. So that always felt good.
Yes. Well, thank you very much to both. And by the way, Pet Pigs, we are going to be, like, as you know, some of you don't know, but some of you know. So Mary Ellen and I, who is Pet Pigs admin, we have been talking a lot about like doggy service dogs, and we want to do a whole series on this, including this month in March. We are going to be doing like a handicapped people with furry babies, and our activity is starting on March 28th. So we are going to talk a lot. So any of you have any ideas, we can private talk, but I do agree with you. This is important. And some people, what I'm taught, again, I'm not a pro. I don't know everything, but I know that there are differences between a service dog and, and it's just like, doggies who help people, doggies who go with you. So they're different, doggies who go if you're not feeling well, they know if your blood pressure is dropping. and
Yeah,
all this stuff. So I think more awareness, it's really important. So hopefully together we can do it. So thank you. That's a great
Yeah.
point. Thank you for talking about this. That's important, very
Yeah.
important.
Sure.
Not everyone knows, you know, some people may benefit to have a fur baby,
Yes.
you know, relieve their spirits, at least of it. But
It's
help
better
them.
than drugs.
Yes.
Better than drugs, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
That. Exactly. Thank you so much. And now we know Sabrina. You know, Pet Pigs community, we know Sabrina. And as you know, she helps a lot. She's amazing pet fashion clothing designer for furry babies and for people as well. She does Mommy and Me, but she also has her beautiful crown. And I'm very thankful because she helped us today. And I'm very thankful to each of you ladies for hanging out with us and being here and bringing awareness, just doing wonderful thing. And so, Sabrina, you know, what would you like to share with people?
So I'm very honored and very happy to be here with some of my petite sisters, because as Leslie was saying, they form some friendships that they go on. And if I can help anyone, you know, sharing their story and make them know better, I'm here for that. So I was new to the beauty pageants. I never did beauty pageant. I was always in my doggy fashion design, and it helped me a lot because doing the runway for the doggies helped me, you know, going over the shyness or things. And then I had the opportunity of entering the Florida Petite, and I earned this crown for Miami-Dade County. And as we were saying, each one of us has a platform, and I'm very happy and honored to. My platform is the dog rescue, as you all know, because it's years of volunteerings and with all my community. So my dogs are my soul. So I was very honored that I could explain what we're doing, why we dress dogs up. That is not just to, aha, or you're torturing dog or something, but we do this to help all the other dogs that are in the shelter or rescues. And that's why, you know, when the lights go down, we always leave a legacy of what we are doing. The things doesn't stop there. But speaking about the beauty, as Leslie says, this crown is a lot of work, because people just say, oh, they just go out and smile and walk. And it's not true. We went to training before. And I did 2 pageants now. I did this one that was in person in Tampa, and I became the first runner-up, and it was very nice for me. And then I did another one in the Philippines, and I also became representing my Italy, my country. That was an international. I became first runner-up also there, and that it was a total different training because it was all done online, but we have psychologists and people every day. We had to train every day online on how to improve yourself. So it was a different approach that was done all virtual online, and we have to provide also a part of talent. So it was not only the runway, we have to do the country, our costume of the country, the gowns and the talent, and mine was the designing for dogs. And through a judge there, now I'm gonna go into Holland as a designer. It just came out, the magazine this week. So yeah, I was so proud because it's the first country that my Flora design is going into Europe as a designer for art, not for beauty, but for art. So I was very honored, and it's all due to this pageantry. And also there it forms another friendship with all these ladies in Thailand and the Philippines, a different way of living, different cultures, especially when you do this international, you learn a lot of other cultures and wonderful costumes. And it was so nice for me to portray my country, Italy, country of birth. So all this crown represents a lot of self-confidence. For me, it helped a lot in the self-confidence and femininity, how to walk, how to speak, how to become a better you. Because, you know, when you have the judges, you know, you have to know how to speak, how to smile, how to portray your better image. And, you know, it's totally, it's a like an awakening experience. I'm so happy that I could have this, especially at my age, because, you know, usually when you see Miss America, they are always young. So I never had this possibility when I was young. But I love Florida Petite and all the other pageantry that allow also people of different age to be able to see that we are still beautiful at every age. And beauty is something that is atemporal. It's like a virtue and it never dies. And you can be beautiful at any age. And that is why I joined first Florida Petite, because first of all, because Petite, we are not over 5'6", so we are less, and give the possibility also of all the types of body, not only the skinny and very, but also curvy person with some pounds up, with some lines up. They are not all the perfect. So that I was really amazed. I didn't know that there were all these pageantry also for different age, and that, you know, you can portray yourself as beauty, and what there is behind the beautiful face, you know, not only a beautiful face, what we do for the community. You know, each one of us has a different platform, a different message. A lot of ladies were into health, in children, in women and abuse, in dogs, in nature, for the planet. So it's not only a beautiful smile and they don't do nothing and they don't know how to talk. We have a lot of things behind that I didn't know. It was a new experience, new adventure. I learned a lot, and I'd like to do more if needs be, and it's a lot of fun.
No, I'm into that, and thank you so
And
much.
even if sometimes, you know, judges, as we know, into the fashion world, sometimes you say, oh, wow, I don't agree what the judge does. We never know what is behind the judges, why maybe they prefer a certain color than another, a certain answer. I didn't win for 1 point. What was that point? I don't know. I mean, other things, but, you know, sometimes you say, oh, wow, I should and she should, or their thing. But sometimes with the judges, as in the dogs that I was saying, sometimes you say, oh, I don't agree. But, you know, judges are people and they have their different opinion and their preferences. So sometimes, you know, you never know, maybe a judge prefer a brunette, a judge prefer a blonde, a judge prefer a certain color or some answer. So, you know, sometimes he's also saying, you know, you have to consider that there are a lot of angles, but it was very nice, and I'm very honored and happy to also have this in my life and to have known all these beautiful ladies, like the sisterhood that goes on.
I love it. I love it. And I just want to go back to what Leslie said. Think about the judge. They're just regular people. And again, I haven't been in your place, in your shoes. So I don't know. Obviously, I don't. What do I know?
Yeah, because Leslie is a judge too. So sorry, Leslie, but isn't that right? That sometimes, you know, with judges, sometimes you have also your own opinion, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes we even argue at the table.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Leslie, I don't know a lot about you.
Oh, you also argue at the table. That's interesting. We didn't know about that. That's a nice thing. See?
Yeah.
of the world. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for kind of showcasing it from different angles and point of view, because I think that this will be very inspirational and for a lot of people who are watching or listening this, because again, they might be someone, it doesn't matter where, you know, this person lives, who is maybe a little depressed or maybe doesn't feel, because it could be women, it could be men, you know, it's just like, still we individuals. So if you don't feel well, friends, believe in yourself. Everything starts with self-love, and you can see and learn from this amazing, beautiful lady that, you know, what matters it's you, and then just the rest of it, we are equal, right?
Follows, yes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
rest of it
Yeah.
flows. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. And Sabrina, where people can find you?
Okay, they can find me in the Facebook as Sabrina Fasana or La Flora Fashion, that's my brand, or on Instagram, La Flora Fashion.
I love it. And thank you again for everything.
And
you
with
have done.
Basi, I'm always with her.
With your
You can
coffee.
find me with Basi.
Yeah, you and I just
And with
very-
Leslie.
yeah, and Leslie, yeah. So we on this together. Yeah, absolutely. We will find each other. Oh my God, I love it. And then would you like to introduce our, you know, last friend today, beautiful
Yes,
lady?
and now
Because-
I'm going to introduce Miss Paola. Here she is. So I pass the microphone to her.
Hi,
Hi,
Phil.
thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, Vasi, and all of you beautiful ladies for being here today. You might have noticed that I'm hopping in and out because I have a 3-year-old here that I'm trying to keep calm. And okay, so let me talk a little bit about my platform that has evolved a little bit through this whole process. I'm also new to pageantry. And I started last year in June when I got my title. My platform is self-love. Basi, I love that you literally talked about self-love 2 seconds ago. I chose self-love because it is the basis of making the best decisions for ourselves in life, and thus having a positive and good future for ourselves. It's everything, self-love. And I actually, 1 month after I got my title, I became pregnant. So I was very shy. I was going to shy away from doing the contest, but I decided not to because I also wanted to be an example of positive body image and the fact that us mothers can do it all if we really want to. It is not easy, but it is possible. We can do it. Takes a lot of time and effort, like these lovely ladies said. Takes just the pageant itself is a lot of time and effort, and being a mommy on top of that. So I went on stage at 6 months pregnant. I'm 8 months right now. I'm very excited, looking forward to just keep on setting this example as a mother that we can do it all. And so with my platform, I have a project which is called Blessings Bags Project. And I chose a shelter near my house here in West Palm Beach, in which there's 20 families. And for the months of October, November, and December, we provide them with self-care bags. Because again, it all begins with taking care of yourself to hopefully promote that self-love in these people who are homeless and don't have a home. Also, in the bags, we include nice messages and poetry about self-love. That is one of the projects. I am, Leslie, I am a dance teacher myself. So I teach from 18 months to 12-year-olds, and I teach ballet and tap. So when you talk about the tap, it really hits home because I see these little girls, and you know the impact that a dance teacher can make in a
Yes.
little girl's life is
Yes.
so amazing.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
it
awesome.
is.
So
Yeah,
this is amazing. This is fantastic.
very nice.
Wow. This is like, I'm speechless being like being a mom, 2 legs, 4 legs, like seeing how much every person can teach our, new generation, and then everything what you are doing to help these people. And I think that a lot of times our society doesn't really teach us well. And again, it's a personal choice, but when you're young, you don't know any better. Self-love, it's nothing wrong. You are not selfish. And that's why when you go, I never would like when you go, and if God forbid there it's an accident and you're in the airplane and the airplane is going down, they always say put your oxygen first to you, so then you can help the rest of the people. And if we think of it, there it's nothing wrong with this. This is a good thing, and I'm glad that like most of you hopefully agree with me, but Paul definitely it's on the same page with me on this one. It's important.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yes, and then I got to meet Sabrina, who's become a very good friend of mine. And she accepted and invited Miss Juliet here, Princess Juliet, to be a part of her fashion design line
Oh,
for
nice.
dogs. So this is Julie. I'm gonna wake her up from.
Okay. And I'm showing the me time until you wake her up. Let us know. I'm showing the white so people can see her in
Oh,
a
how
crown, cute, dressed up young lady. Chihuahua.
Yes, she is.
Okay, so give me a second here. Oh, she's so cute. Probably my boy probably will fall in love in her. She's so cute. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
she's precious. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the society, beautiful Princess Juliet. And I'm sure
Thank
that
you.
it's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I had a really great time at the pageant. I learned a lot. I would do it again. I'm definitely looking forward to participating in other pageants. I got third runner-up and Best Spirit Award, and for that I'm very grateful, very proud of carrying my crown. And just again, thank you for having me here today.
Well, I want to thank each of you as well for being here and for bringing so much inspiration to the world. And it's just so incredible. I mean, for amazing ladies, who live in different areas, it's just with so much impact. How powerful. And again, beautiful, not only outside, but inside and outside. It's just like a beautiful combination. And I'm sure that whoever is watching this today or listening this today, they will be very inspired by this. And I just want to ask only, Paola, you didn't say where people can find you. And then if anyone has any final words you would like to tell people, and I cannot thank you. I hope it was fun for all of you.
Very fun. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Yes, you can find me at Wellness by Paola. I am a holistic care practitioner, and I also use dance as a therapy method and self-confidence. And Princess Juliet, that's on IG.
I love it. Thank you very much again. Thank you. Thank you very much. And anyone wants to say final words?
Paola, let's see about a little of Prince Juliet. So how old is she and the breed? I know that she's a Chihuahua. And do you have a little story of Juliet?
So Princess Juliet is my princess. She came into our family when I was 6 months pregnant with Joseph. She's 4 years old. She is definitely my best friend. She has been my emotional support throughout that pregnancy and this pregnancy, and throughout life in general, So when we talk about dogs and being emotional support for the elderly, it's totally on point. It's something that should be promoted more.
Yes.
Julie is very kind. She's very loving. She's just a perfect dog. And she really is beautiful as well.
She's adorable.
So sweet.
You know,
So
I'm
we're
sure
gonna see her more in the future.
Yeah.
wearing some fashions gowns. Here
Oh,
she is.
yes, yes. And hopefully coming to events so then Puccini can meet also Giulietta,
Yeah.
Julie, and, then Sabrina baby. And then hopefully one day we'll meet with, Susan as well, because as we know in this life, you never know. And that's
You
what
never
the
know.
beauty of it. That's
Yeah,
the beauty of it.
absolutely.
Yeah. I want to thank you again, ladies, and the little gentleman there, so cute, so
Here
cute.
he is. I will see now. Here he is.
He's
He had to
adorable.
be in the video.
Yeah, he's adorable, very patient. And would you like to say any final words? Anything else anyone wants to say before
No,
we get
I
done?
wanted right to see also that that Paola, she was pregnant and she did the rock. She rocked the being 6 months old, and she had things, and she rocked the runway. And that's another thing also. And she's doing pictures for also pregnant ladies.
Wow.
For
Oh.
fashion for pregnant ladies. So that she didn't mention, but I know. So it's nice that we can see also, all the phases of the women from, being teenager, because we had teenage girls also. And then, Miss, up to motherhood, and up to more mature ladies. So we could see all the different aspects of being a woman.
Amazing.
So I'm so happy that Paola went on, and the Florida Petite allowed her to go, and she could portray herself into a gym wear, and the gown and the pink, even with the little tummy.
Yeah, amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to thank you.
Yeah.
This is, and thank you to each of you for kind of just really allowing these women, it doesn't matter where you live, ladies, you got this. And if someone is there who is telling you you're not beautiful, or sometimes we criticize ourselves, as we know, the biggest criticizer.
Yeah.
Please stop yourself and tell yourself, I'm beautiful. Thank you for being beautiful and healthy. And thank you to each of you ladies for bringing so much joy and insights and inspiration for us, for the world. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It has been a pleasure. And friends, if you're watching or listening, thank you, Susan. Thank you so much, Paola. Thank you very, very much. Leslie, it's always a pleasure. Thank you. And to Mr. Puccini, and thank you, Sabrina, for helping, and always to each of you. And for whoever is watching or listening, friends, all the information of these incredible ladies will be below in the description. So don't hesitate, just go and say hi, because you never know. Friendship, it's important. So thank you very much, everyone. I will see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.